Yes, so it's looking forward to a great day with the High Q Components Formula First. We're going to start with their second race of the weekend over 8 laps. Great way to start yesterday with Reece Hendl-Cox setting the scene for some of the motor racing headlines coming out of the opening day. And of course, after that, we have qualifying for the Castrol Toyota Racing Series for the New Zealand Grand Prix. Later on this afternoon, the feature race over 35 laps. There will be another race today, a 15 lap around about 11:42. But at the moment, it's the McConkey Reece Hendl-Cox show on the front row of the grid for the second race. High Q Components on our way to 28 degrees today. Already warming up around about 14, 16. It was hot, wasn't it? It's warm.
It's way too hot out there, Clint.
It's a beautiful summer. Get yourself a copy. Don't forget to get all the details about Speedworks as we go racing early on Sunday morning. The red lights are out and away goes Formula First. Great formula to set the scene. They did a great job in the opening race yesterday, and here we are straight back into it. Turn 1 around Toyota this morning.
Nice tidy start there from everyone there, Clint. They're trying to go 3 wide in there, but it's never going to work, and it's Brody McConkey that'll lead them out with Reece Hendl-Cox, our championship leader, by 21 points. Then to splash with Boniface, the rookie, the orange numbered car, in third place there.
Great shots as they race over the speed bump, round 3 and 4. Oh, one of them's gone wide, or I think it's Boniface, is it?
Boniface has gone wide, Nathan's gone off, and Nathan Sudiono has gone off in sympathy in the black and green car. In fact, both black and green cars have gone off there simultaneously, but they down Denny Holm, everyone else is nice and tidy.
Well, it's quite funny, they're black and green cars, and they've gone from the black onto the green, back onto the black again. And there they are.
It's almost a bit brown out there with all this all this sunshine that we've had.
Yes, got the big screen down here in front of the main straight today, which is great for all the race fans and people to enjoy.
It's quite good actually. If you watch that big screen, you'll be able to see them down the back straight, drafting each other, and then pulling out, fanning out along going into the corner. It's really good to see. So it's quite good that that's there actually.
Yes, it's all part of Speedworks with the live stream that we're doing via YouTube. So you can download the app, bring up Speedworks on YouTube, and that's what you'll basically be seeing. Expertly shot by our wonderful camera crews around the ground.
Sorry, Liam Foster's just gone from 4th to 1st with a bit of a wiggle under brakes, straight through into the lead.
Yeah, well, that's what we expect in the High Q Components. You've got to show all these big boys in the tin tops how to pass. Exactly.
We're going to show off our showcase of racing. As you can see, the top 8 cars there running in a train. It's really great to see.
So it's early Sunday morning, and this is the first formula that a lot of young Kiwi kids get out of karts and go racing, and they learn racecraft. They learn about where to position the car, how to handle the pressure of racing with people around you, and it really has been a successful breeding ground of stars for tomorrow, like the next step Formula 1600, like the big step into TRS, all about finding New Zealand's next world champion. It all starts here out of the karts into Formula First.
It's really great. You see some of the names that have gone through as Billy Frazer tries to go for the lead. Some of the big names racing around. Liam Lawson obviously going for the TRS Championship, came from the Speed Sport Scholarship. Caleb Nato racing at 86. This is Brody McConkey's 2 wide round Go Media. Also came through Formula First. Matt Pajewski came through Formula First. All racing in different classes here this weekend.
McConkey having a look down the outside. Foster having a look down the inside. And Billy Frazer just getting squeezed in the middle, but we expect that with the slipstreaming and the drafting. In the High Q Components Formula First, great racing. This is a great part of it. I love Manfeild. Look at that. Just drifting from one corner, flowing into the next. You can almost go 2 wide. We saw that yesterday with some racing where in various classes they were literally 2 wide out of turn 1 all the way through to turn 4.
I have to say one person will be really happy is down on the pit wall will be Dennis Martin. Ronan Murphy, he's bit of a what we call a slow starter. He doesn't go jumping like a bull out of a gate with a fast car, but he works his way through the weekend, and we've got him up the front there running with this front pack, so he'll be learning so much more. And
there he is there, the car 91.
91, the orange car, denoting that he is a rookie this year. And he won the Speed Sport Scholarship Star of Tomorrow, which has stars like Shane Van Gisbergen and Richie Stanaway and Nick Cassidy, former TRS driver and NZ Grand Prix winner.
Yes, and good to see that Nick's going to be racing back again in Super Formula and Super GT with Nakajima in Japan. So
it's really good. He's doing very well over there.
Great, isn't he? Professional racing driver, which is what these kids want to be. And here are our stars of yesteryear and current TRS champions on their way to the big time. Look at Mitch Evans doing Formula E. Got Simon Evans doing E-Pace, you know. It's great. It's good. Fantastic. Saw Owen Evans, he's here this weekend doing some DSO duties. And, you know, all these young kids are learning how to go racing in these sort of cars, and they want to become professional race drivers around the world. Look at Earl Bamber Motorsport last weekend in the Porsches, taking out that 12 hours of Bathurst. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, it's really great to see the New Zealand motorsport just produces some absolute stars, and a lot of them start out here in Formula First and move on through the classes and then head off overseas, and it's really great to see the backing that they get too.
And if you just arrived at the track today at Mighty Manfeild Circuit, Chris Amon taking advantage of that special Let's Go NZGP for the locals around Palmerston North and Manawatu. Good on you for coming out. Great stuff. Great to have you here. Make sure you pick up a copy of the program. It's only $5. It's got everything you need to know about the classes, about who's leading the drivers, and also about Manfeild Circuit, Chris Amon, and pictures of Scott Dixon and the Kiwis flying abroad, and Richard G and the guys do a great job. And also all the details about why this kid out of Bay of Plenty, Reece Hendl-Cox, has been such a great star this year. Only 3 wins last year, and already he's had more this season.
He's had 5 in a row so far, and we're trying to figure out last night who was the last person that done that, and we couldn't actually figure out who it was. But this is fantastic stuff. Brody McConkey right around the outside and taking the lead, and we're going to have an absolute duel here in Splash. Amy Smith, the fast lady, trying to hold on to these front bunch.
So someone's had a bit of a moment there in the red car.
Looks like Liam Nicholson towards the back has had a bit of a moment through Go Media.
He's got himself back under control again.
The fantastic thing about this class is there's battles throughout the pack. There's the top 5, then there's another battle of 3, then there's another battle of 5. These guys just battle for all the way through the class, and it's really good to see these young guys, the older guys, the middle-aged ones like Chris Simon there, the school teacher from here in Fielding. It's just fantastic to see.
Have you worked out what's happened with Chris this weekend? He certainly was second in the championship going into this round. He was the man who dominated this round, one of the local stars, but not on the pace.
I can't repeat the words he used to me yesterday.
So, okay. He'll blame the machine. Oh, we've got a big moment. Where's that? Around Higgins.
Oh, it's up at Higgins.
So there's been a contact, and 2 of them have sadly
That's
crashed.
Darren Henderson and Flynn Mullany.
And hopefully those 2 young drivers are okay. But they've gone straight in up the end of Higgins. That's unexpected. Here they are, 3 wide, going down to turn 1. McConkey out wide, Frazer in the middle, Reece Hendl-Cox back in front of the lead, Foster having a go, the front 4.
There'll be a mad scramble for the lead here, Clint, because I'd say that safety car will come out pretty quick. So they'll be all ducking and diving trying to get the lead of this race.
And Reece Hendl-Cox, gee, I was talking to one of the guys at the GTs, a guy called Terry Jones, and he said, watch out for that guy Reece. I said, we've been watching him all day, mate. You don't have to watch that far because he's an absolute stunning form. But rates him as a real good driver of the future, which is great.
He's really stepped it up this year. He's fast, straight out of the blocks, knows exactly where to put the car and uses all the track to his advantage. And
so they've got the double yellows around there.
It looks like they've just got the yellow flags out, which,
just as a warning,
touch wood, they might leave it like that. I'll look down at race control and plead for it. We can keep this race going because it's really hotting up at the front.
3 laps to go. McConkey, Hendl-Cox, Fraser Foster, Amy Smith, Ronan Murphy still up there in that top 6, and then Chris Simon, Carter, Davey Greenwood. That's your top 10. And around they come. Go Media, turn 7, nicely in a single file little wee Formula First freight train. Who's going to get the slipstreaming and drafting? Good to see the other drivers coming back out of Higgins as they go 1, 2, 3 wide. Small cars, 1200cc VWs. One of them's just breaking up big time. Was that McConkey?
Looks like, it could have been Hendl-Cox actually, because they've all just swamped the leader.
Yeah.
So it might have been Hendl-Cox with a bit of a mistake there into 1, and they've all just swamped him, and now he's back to 4th, just like that.
And suddenly it's McConkey in the lead, Foster second, Frazer third, Reece Hendl-Cox in recovery mode in fourth, and Amy Smith has said, oh, it's time to join the party.
Amy Smith, she'll have she's been on the podium. She's had a first and a second, but she was hasn't had that maiden win yet. She was hundredths of a second away from the last race of last year when Callum Crawley took the one at Pukekohe. That's just showing how close the results can be in this class, and she really wants to get that win under her belt. That's
number 55 in that blue and white Formula First car at the end of this five-way fight for the lead as they string down the back straight. Great shots, green flags racing in the background. Foster pulls out from the slipstream. Frazer follows. Hendl-Cox tries to make the most of getting on behind that little wee draft. So they'll be coming down. Last lap board. Here we go. This is the way to start racing on a Sunday morning.
Hendl-Cox wants it. You can see him ducking and diving, trying to find a spot. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 1.
He's going to go right down the inside, try and sneak up inside McConkey. Can't do it. Foster holds on. McConkey and Frazer, they've got the drive through too. Hendl-Cox is going backwards here. He's under pressure from Amy Smith.
This is fantastic stuff. Liam Foster, who's basically been sitting in wait the whole weekend, leads the field through.
Oh, this is going to be nervous now, isn't it? Foster and Frazer both searching for a breakthrough win to try and break that winning streak of Reece Hendl-Cox, and McConkey's in there out of the Kapiti Coast just to come up and say, look, I love racing around Manfeild, and here comes Reece.
Now he'll have to be careful. They'll have to hold station because those yellows, I'm guessing, are still out.
They're going into Higgins. Frazer, Foster, Hendl-Cox out wide. Now it's all about the draft, the slipstream down the back straight. Back to the green flags here. You'll see it waving in the background.
Watch McConkey, Clint.
Watch all of them. They're dodging. There's like dodgems out there. 2 wide, 3 wide. Last quarter coming up. Last lap. Thrilling start to the race day Sunday. Frazer grabs the lead. Foster out wide. Reece Hendl-Cox coming down, trying to get the draft. Little Billy, he's going to do it. Frazer, Foster, Hendl-Cox got up for second, I think, just sneaking inside. Brodie McConkey, Amy Smith. It's not even 9 o'clock. That's the way to wake up on a Sunday morning, isn't it?
That is absolutely brilliant. I love these guys. They're absolutely giving each other an inch, but still it's just so close. We're going to have a close finish here for ninth as well, and it'll be Thomas Boniface and Nathan Sudiono who actually clamber back from having a mistake on the first lap at the hairpin to get 9th and 10th. They were at the back at the start of the first lap and have ploughed their way through the field to get a top 10.